Welcome everyone to our now what has become an annual event as part of the international program, as Mr. D has said. So I wanted to give a little background as per the program about our international program, for perhaps you might not know about this. So you've probably seen this icon around the school. In 2016 we had our first advent of the international program at Shore Regional, and one of the international students actually designed this icon here that we've used really, and it symbolizes what we're trying to do as the international program at Shore, really bring the world to you and to the world. So we have eye on the prize with the world here, so we hope you appreciate that icon that you see there. We speak about growing our global reach. As a school, we are a very wonderful school. We have a lot of programs available to us, but one of the things that we saw about 10 years ago was that we really wanted to grow your ability to access the world and have the world to access you. So we have constructed this program to really grow our global reach. Some facets of our program are our ESL or ELL learners here that bring a huge diversity and richness to our community. I thank them today for their help passing out programs and folding them. So let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. Since 2016, we have been what is called an I-20 school, allowing our school to accept tuition students here to be in your classes, to be in your sports, to live in our homes and our host families. And we've had about 37 students over these years. These are the past years. And then this year, we have some of them here with us today. We have Lucia, we have Lorenzo, we have Enrico, we have Elena, we have Beatriz and Catherine. So we hope that we know that you are welcoming them. Some of you are hosting them for this semester and or academic year. We encourage you to continue to welcome them. If that's something that your family would like to do, please do see me. We are always looking for more wonderful host families to help us in this endeavor. Most recently, you might have been privy, some of you were on this trip. We have a sister school program here at Shore where we have two current sister schools, one in France right outside of Paris, and another in Padua, Italy. Most recently in April, we hosted 20 of their students and 2 of their teachers for about 10 days. And then just recently, within the past 2 weeks, 17 students and 3 teachers were able to travel to that sister school and have an experience of a lifetime. We are working on our 3rd sister school, which will be with some school in Spain and perhaps other sister schools on the horizon. So be on the lookout for those. This is when they came here on the left, and then this is when we were in Italy just a few short weeks ago. Another facet of our international program is obviously our international club. The club supports all of these activities. We travel to the UN, we have our orientations, we support global initiatives, we do fundraisers for various global needs, and we also do entertainment type pieces such as seeing plays or going out to international flavored dinners. And of course, we have this Friday a Global Gab, but we have our Global Gab series, which is really a way for all of these students that are coming to us from other places, students that have gone abroad and come back to share their experiences with us. This is very real. These are student-centered. We have our last presenter with us here today. He will be talking about his experience. Wyatt, please do come on this Friday. We'll be having our 2nd Global Gab of the year, where Maya will be presenting on her trip to Eastern Europe this summer, called My Eastern European Adventure. So that promises to be very exciting. So that brings us to another aspect or facet of our international program, which is why we're here today. This is the CIEE Global Navigators Program. This is opportunities for you to win scholarships, to have experiences abroad in your summer. So we have, as you can see here, we have had 14 students travel from Shore since 2016 on various amazing different programs. And we'll be hearing specifically about those in a minute. So I wanted to bring you sort of to the stage of where this whole international program comes from and all of the facets of it. You should have received a program that looked like that within your program. There should have been a flyer. If you didn't get that, they're at either of the doors. So we have 6 student alum that have volunteered or voluntold by me to create a little 2-minute video to share about their experience. We'll start and we'll end with you, Wyatt, since you are here, but we're gonna start with the top left is Colleen Feely. She is a graduate of last year, so here is her video that she put together, just a little piece.
Hi everyone, my name is Colleen and I'm a recent graduate of Shore Regional. Last year I had the opportunity and privilege to study abroad in Copenhagen, Denmark, on a climate change policy and advocacy program. I would love to share a little bit about my experience on the CIEE program and why you should consider applying. In Denmark, we explored various places that related to our topics of study. I was able to see wind energy farms, tour a waste energy incinerator, and meet with local NGOs and nonprofit organizations that work to solve the climate crisis. We went on excursions to beaches, farms, overnight trips to campgrounds, and much more, which you'll see in another video I put together about my everyday life in Denmark. It was really nice having an agenda catered to our interests inside and outside of the classroom, while also having the freedom to explore the country on our own. While I learned much about the environment and government on my trip, I would say I learned even more about myself. I learned a lot about what my passions and strengths are and what motivates me. I was able to grow and mature in just 3 weeks by incorporating myself into a new culture and forming lifelong connections. Going on this program inspired me to pursue college degrees in related topics. I'm currently studying international relations with concentrations in environmental science and public health at American University, and I can say with certainty that having the experience of studying abroad in high school definitely benefited me in the college admissions process. With all that being said, I hope that you apply to the CIEE program. The process is pretty easy, and you can even earn scholarship money like I did. If you have any questions or need any recommendations, please reach out, and good luck.
Okay, so that was Colleen Feely, 2023 graduate. I do have a video of hers, but we're going to save that for the end after we hear from all of these virtual commentaries. So as you could see and hear from Colleen, she did a Denmark environmental program with CIEE. Nick, also a 2023 graduate, did a Spanish language and culture program, and here he is to talk about that.
Everyone, my name is Nick Ciavolino, and I am a Shore Regional and CIEE alumni. So basically, my junior year of high school, the summer before my senior year, I decided to study abroad in Barcelona to do a Spanish language and culture program. And I have to say, like, if you can do it, I would definitely recommend that you do it because it was a life-changing experience. It opened my eyes to a new culture, to new types of people, to new ways of living, and also, like, and it also depends on what your program is, but I feel like I improved my Spanish language abilities so much, and it really helped me with IB Spanish the next year and on IB Spanish tests as well. But there are also other programs as well if you're interested in more like community-based learning or like community service or just other types of programs. But I highly recommend that if you can study abroad with CIEE, that you do it because it is an amazing experience. So yeah.
Yes, it's okay to applaud. We can applaud. Okay, so our next speaker, I'm not sure when Charlie graduated, but Charlie actually did the same program that Wyatt did. So we'll hear from Wyatt in a minute. He's our last presenter as he's here in person today. But here's Charlie all the way from Washington State giving his feedback on his experience. He's very artistic. He was on this stage here many times.
Volunteer students walk with me. I'd like to tell you about my time in Australia with CIEE. I got to hang out with cool people from all around the world and even kangaroos. really special. I learned a lot of valuable lessons, like how to step out into the world on my own, and the importance of taking care of others and the environment around you, and to never give up. Giving up on this opportunity is mega dumb. It looks so cool on my resume, and it helped me get into colleges. A little bit more about the program. Like, how did I get there? Well, they take care of your airline flights. And not only that, they feed you. So you don't have to pay for food. And it's really cool. It's good food, too. And let me tell you, use your parents' money to get into this program, because it won't be there when you're later trying to travel. I figured out that the hard way. So, don't just do nothing this summer. Do CIEE. Once in a lifetime opportunity, let me tell you.
All right, applause for Charlie. Our next student alum is Sadie. Like Nick, Sadie did a language and culture program. Sadie did hers in Toulouse, France, so here's Sadie.
Hi, so my name is Sadie Moran, and yes, I'm the daughter of Miss Moran. But I am a senior at community college in Hartford, Connecticut, and I'm also a short regional alum class of 2020, the COVID year. But one of my claims to fame is that I got to go abroad with CIEE in high school. So back in 2018, this was the first cohort of students to go, because this was the first year we had built the partnership. And I got to go to Toulouse, France for 4 weeks, and I did a language intensive program, and it was absolutely life changing. I stayed with the host family, and my days kind of consisted of, in the mornings we'd have 3 hours of language class, and then in the afternoons we would use what we took in the classroom and go out into the city and just kind of use what we had learned. So obviously there's much more language and cultural immersion, which personally is my favorite. Just being able to kind of live in a city that isn't as completely industrialized as Paris, but like you still get the vibe and you still get to experience it all. It was absolutely life-changing. The food, oh, it's delicious. But so kind of some, obviously like I said, I'm a senior at community college, I'm in Hartford, and I actually got to go abroad to the Art campus, Trinity's on campus last fall, and that's something I don't think I ever would have done had I not already gotten the prior experience from CIEE, and I also got college credit with the CIEE program, which is pretty cool. But yeah, so I got to kind of, that's my CIEE experience kind of prompted my study abroad wanting to go, because I lived at the campus and I just lived in Italy for 4 months. And the ability to not be afraid to just talk to other people who are of different cultures and have different languages, like built into their vocabulary, is just an unreal experience, and it's hard to put into words. And yeah, just I've become a better person because of my CIEE experience, and a more world traveler, and just more world citizen. And I cannot say enough about it, but please reach out if you have any questions, because I can talk about it all day doing this great art. And yeah, that's my little story.
Thank you, Sadie. I love hearing these. And last but not least, of our alum that I was able to get a testimonial from that are here remotely rather, we have Emily. And Emily did a program in London, a London theater program. So here's Emily Hazelrig.
Hi everyone, my name is Emily Hazelrig, and I graduated from Shore Regional in 2021, and I'm currently a junior in college. During my time at Shore, I went abroad with CIEE on their Theater Arts Behind the Scenes London English program. It was such a fun experience. So what we would do is we would wake up and we'd go to class, and during this class we would learn something and then have some kind of activity, whether it be writing a little scene, acting a little scene, or talking to someone who works in the industry. And then after class, we would go on an excursion and explore the city. One of these trips we did was to Stratford-upon-Avon, which is where Shakespeare put on all of his plays, and we saw one of his plays in the Globe, which was an amazing experience. I think that this program really prepared me for college. It made me more independent, it taught me how to live with other people, and my confidence as a person just grew. I also ended up writing my Common App essay, which, if you don't know what that is the essay you write when you are applying to college. I wrote it about my experience in London, specifically going to the airport. It was just such an amazing experience. If you're even like thinking about applying in the slightest, I say do it, it can't hurt. I wasn't going to apply and I did, and I'm so glad that I did because I ended up getting a paid scholarship which allowed me to go on this trip. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to contact me. Ms. Simonson, I'm sure give you my contact info. I'd be more than happy to talk to everybody about it. So apply, it is so worth it, it was so much fun, I made lifelong friends, and I just can't recommend it enough.
Okay. Okay, so now let's hear from our alum from this past summer. If you attended our Global Gab, let's give it up for Wyatt.
So like Charlie, I also did the Australia program, which was like a wildlife conservation program. And it was really good for understanding the culture of Australia too, which might not be like what you first think of when you do wildlife conservation. However, it's like important to understand the culture of a country before trying to save it. And then it was a really good experience. I was able to make a lot of good friends. I still talk to most of them today, and we're planning like times to get together. There's a lot of great food and culture around in that city, and they also give you a lot of free reign over what to do. You can scan, if you do want to apply, you can scan my QR code, because then I do get $200, but then you also get $200 off on your tuition costs for it, which can really help.
Thank you, Wyatt. Thank you. Of course, Wyatt is a resource who is here, who will be able to tell you about your application process and such. We know a few of you have already started to apply. So at this point, it is my honor to present to you Ms. Karen Berman, who is here with CIEE to tell you some more specifics about the programs that are available to you. Let's give her a round of applause. Move down. Okay. Here's the, do you want to click? Oh, okay. Good afternoon. So my name's Karen. I work for CIEE. CIEE is a global nonprofit organization. We've been around for 75 years. And what brought me to where I am today is the fact that when I was 16 years old, I got on a plane with a group of students that I did not know, and I went on a study abroad program to Spain. And I was super nervous, and I was not a confident teenager, and I cried when I said goodbye to my parents, but I will tell you that experience forever changed my life. To this day, I have friends from that program, and that was a long time ago. I got to experience another culture. I got to improve upon my Spanish skills. I got to be outside of New Jersey for a couple weeks. I got to be away from my parents. And it gave me a lot more confidence, and it helped me to focus in on what I really wanted to do. And like Sadie was saying, how she studied abroad again in college, I studied in Spain once again in college. So that led me to my career. And I'm hoping that some of you will take advantage of this opportunity and really explore what your passion is.
Now that I'm older, these moments that I live that look like fun? Is that what you picture when you picture study abroad? Did it look like fun? Raise your hand. I remember talking to Colleen when I came here to present, and she told me what she wanted to pursue in college, and sure enough, that's what she's doing. So doing a program like this really helps you hone in on what you're interested in, what your passion is. We have study centers all over the globe. The orange dots represent where we have summer study abroad programs. The green is where we have semester, and the red is where we have gap year. So what I'm here to talk to you about today are the summer programs. These were the locations that Shore Regional students went. And Shore Regional students earned $37,000 in scholarships, okay? CIEE changed my life. I'm visiting my host family again in December. I miss them. The amount of tears that I have seen when the students say goodbye to their host families and vice versa, you really do become part of the family. You're not staying there as a tourist. You're not eating all your meals in restaurants and staying in a hotel. The language programs, you're living with host families. Here's another quote. This student was able to hone in on what his passion is. Okay, as I mentioned, we've been doing this for 75 years. We support over 30,000 high school students every year, and we are a nonprofit mission-driven organization, and we administer the largest scholarship fund. So we have a donor that sold her company to National Geographic. Who's heard of National Geographic? Okay, how much, just raise your hand, how much money do you think she gives away every year in scholarships? Who wants to guess a number? Yeah.
$30,000.
Higher than 30,000?
50,000?
Higher.
100,000.
Higher. How much? No, more. I'm going to tell you. $5.5 million. Woo! Okay? So there's a lot of money, a lot of scholarship money available, and students from Shore Regional earn $37,000. That's a lot of money, okay? So we offer different types of programs. I'm going to go through it quickly because I know we're limited on time. We offer 7 different languages. These are the languages that we offer. French and Spanish are the only 2 languages that require prior knowledge. So if you know that you want to do either a French or Spanish language program, you have to have minimum 1 year. But all the other languages, German, Arabic, Italian, Mandarin, and Japanese, you could be a complete beginner, and you would be in class with other students at your level. As I mentioned, you stay with the host family on the language programs. There is no better way to immerse yourself in the language and the culture than to live with a host family. If you're looking to become fluent or improve upon your language skills, there's no better way. You can elect to get 4 college credits from Tulane University if you do one of the language programs. It's $150. And you can get 4 college credits, which is amazing. It looks fantastic on your college application, and a lot of the students who participate on our language programs do elect for college credit. We also offer 3-week-long thematic programs like what Wyatt did in Australia, okay, what Colleen did in Copenhagen. Those are thematic programs. We have programs in STEM, business, arts, and social change. If you do one of the social change programs, you can get anywhere from 12 to 50 hours of service learning credit. So if you're in Key Club or National Honor Society, those are good programs to do. And it's a really good opportunity for you to hone in on what you're passionate about. If you're thinking of pursuing something in college, this is a good chance to try it out and be taught by experts. Okay, and you're with other students who share your passion. And And those programs are taught in English. All the 3-week-long thematic programs are taught in English, so you do not need to know the language of the host country. Quickly, in the morning, you're in our study center being taught by experts in the field for the first 3 hours of the day. But then in the afternoon, you do a fun activity or excursion that ties into the morning lesson. So like those activities that you saw like Colleen doing with her friends, those were activities that they did after they were in class in the morning. So it's a reinforcer of what you're working on in class. I took a group of students this summer to Paris, and in the morning they were learning food terminology, and then in the afternoon we did a pastry making class. So I mean, that's the kind of activity that you do, something really fun that doesn't feel like you're learning in the way that we think of learning, being in a classroom, but you're out in the community, you're interacting with locals, you're practicing those skills. You do one organized day trip on the weekend and one organized overnight excursion to a different part of the country. All of our programs are chaperoned by U.S. high school teachers, okay? So you have the option to fly over on the chaperone flight with your group and with your program leader. You can get in touch with your program leader 24/7. That's your point person. If you're sick, if you lose your wallet, if whatever it is, if you need to speak with an adult, you can get in touch with them at all hours. I'm going to speed through this because I want to tell you about the application. So freshmen, sophomores, and juniors are eligible to apply for full scholarships, okay? New Jersey students typically sign up for session 2. Okay, there are 2 sessions, but session 1 begins in June, in the beginning of June. So you're typically in school in New Jersey. You can get anywhere between 10 and 100% scholarship. If you get a full scholarship, airfare is not included. Airfare is not included in anything. So be mindful when you pick your programs, when you list your program choices, be mindful that a flight to Japan is going to cost more than a flight to Mexico or the DR. Okay, let's see. Your school is one of the select 20 schools in the country that is a Global Navigator Fellows school. So what that means is because your school's commitment to global education, thanks to Madame here who does all these wonderful things for all of you, your students in your school, the first 10 students to apply can get $1,000 off their tuition. You can't combine that with any other scholarship. But if you do not require a full scholarship, we're accepting applications on a rolling basis now, and you can apply and confirm your spot, and you would get $1,000 off if you're one of the first 10 students. You got, right, Wyatt? Wyatt got $1,000 off. Okay. The application process mirrors that of applying to college. This looks fantastic on your college application. Only 2% of US high school students study abroad. So this really does help differentiate you from other students. And the application process mirrors that of applying to college. There are a couple short essays. You need to download your transcript. You need to get a letter of recommendation from a teacher, and your parents, if you're applying for a full scholarship, your parents need to submit their financial documents, just like financial aid, because we need to assess how to give you the best scholarship possible. If you apply by December 1st, you are in the running for free airfare. So this might be something that you want to check out by getting in the raffle for free airfare. The final scholarship deadline is January 24th. You will find out in February which program you were selected for and how much of a scholarship you got. It is not binding at all if you change your mind, if you didn't get a large enough scholarship, that's fine. But I will tell you that this is a very unique opportunity where somebody is willing to pay for you to have an amazing summer, meet new friends, travel, get to taste different kinds of food, experience a new culture. It's a very unique opportunity. This is how you can start an application, but if you scanned Wyatt's code, which I believe is on the back of the program, is that
Yes.
correct? Wyatt's code is on the back of the program, and you will get $200 off your application if you scan Wyatt's code. So I hope you check it out. There's tons of information. There's blogs, there's videos. I'd be happy to speak with your parents if they have any questions.
Do you want to do open questions? Yeah, we do.
Yes,
Let's give a round of